8 hours. Box 805, fire reported to Neptune Avenue, Old Road, Street Boulevard. All the response, Section 13, Section 19, Section 22, Section 8, Ladder 8, Hotel 4, behind 2, Rescue 1, Deputy 150 Officer. The company is flying about 805, prescribed ground 2. Still for 49 hours, transmit about 805, fire reported, Street 22, Neptune Avenue, Old Road, Trinity Boulevard. On the response, Section 13, Engine 19, Section 22, Section 8, Ladder 8, Ladder Hotel 4, behind 2, Rescue 1, Deputy 150 Officer. Fire reported 222, Neptune Avenue, Old Road, Trinity Boulevard. On the response, Section 13, Engine 22, Engine 8, Ladder 8, Ladder Hotel 4, behind 2, Rescue 1, Deputy 1 Safety Officer. Company is flying about 805, prescribed ground 2.
Safety officer, you responding?
Safety officer responding.
Casey.
Dispatch 13 is on the scene. 222 Neptune. We got a 2-story, class 5 occupied. We got heavy fire in the rear. Extended to the Bravo exposure. Transmit a second alarm. 13 is lining in.
Casey, 13, you're on the scene near Neptune Avenue. Command, second alarm.
Still for 2 hours. Translating. Working fire report 085. Fire reported 22 to Neptune Avenue, Old Road, King Boulevard. On the response time 4, Ladder 11, MSU, Squad 4, Car 14. Company is flying at box 805, prescribed ground.
Dispatch Neptune Avenue, command, your fifth pumper, Squad 4, your fast trucks, Ladder 11.
13 show up, charge that line. What is coming?
Engine 17, Engine 9, Engine 15, Ladder 9. Company is flying at box 805, prescribed ground 2.
13, increase the pressure.
Still for 54 hours, transmitting. Working fire assignment in second alarm, box 805. Completion from Neptune Avenue, Old Road, Trinity Boulevard. On the response, type 4, Ladder 11, MSU, Squad 4, Car 14, Engine 17, Engine 9, Engine 15, Ladder 9. 222 Neptune Avenue, Old Road, Trinity Boulevard. On the response, time 4, Ladder 11, MSU, Squad 4, Car 14, Engine 17, Engine 9, Engine 15, Ladder 9. Company find the box 805, prescribed ground 2.
Respond to 222 Neptune Avenue for second alarm, Old Bergen Road to Kennedy Boulevard. Car 26, fire reported at 222 Neptune Avenue, Old Bergen Road to Kennedy Boulevard for a second alarm. Car 26, response to fire reported at 222 Neptune Avenue, Old Bergen Road to Kennedy Boulevard for a second alarm. Car 26, report to a fire reported for a second alarm at 222 Neptune Avenue, Old Bergen Road to Kennedy Boulevard.
From 13. Yeah, 13. At this time, we got a little bit of fire knocking down the front door in the interior. Here's the exterior of the falling side is going good. Primary search is negative. Yeah, then he's lines on the outside. That's just getting an exterior line. 8 Bravo, there's a hydrant further down. 22 to command. Up there on Neptune, only on the boulevard where the city is.
Dispatch Neptune Avenue, command.
Thanks, man.
Command, we have an open line on floor number 2. There was a report of people trapped on floor number 2. You're 10 minutes into the multiple.
Yeah, you got the fire in 222 and 220. You know which second floor?
Command, be advised they're out of the house. Attention 19 Captain, emergency alert tone. Dispatch engine 19 Captain, emergency alert tone.
220 Neptune, Old Burger Road to Kennedy. 220 Neptune, 222 Neptune, Old Burger Road to Kennedy, second alarm. 10 minutes into the fire.
Drop that tank. It's charged at it to 3/4. Received. Dispatch from Neptune Command. I got heavy fire in the rear two buildings, 222 and 220. Exposure problems on the B and the D side. I have 3 line stretch still in operation. Trucks are opening up. Search is underway.
Neptune Avenue Command. Heavy fire in the rear of 220 and 222 Neptune Avenue. 3 line stretch, 2 in operation.
22 waters coming. 22 to engineer. You can use that hydrant on Neptune. They got a Bayonne main. It's a separate lane. We're on that hydrant. 4 to 19 Bayonne main.
Command to ladder 8. Primary second floor negative.
Receive that primary.
Yeah, but you need more lines?
22 chauffeur. Increase that pressure.
17 to 17. Alpha, you need more lines?
That's enough line. You can charge it when you can. 17 to 17 Alpha. Pull a little more. 17 Bravo. We'll have 2.5 more in the alleyway. Dispatch Neptune Command. Make sure the Red Cross is on responding.
Well, that's affirmative command. Red Cross has been notified. When you get a chance, can we have a head count?
Please, people from 3 buildings, just let them start coming out. Can we charge that line 17 Alpha? Get that line 17? Please work in exterior lines in the rear. Just be careful hitting them inside. 17. 22. Come in. Come to water. 22 Charlie Engineer. Repeat that. Charge on line. Up.
Come on,
Yeah, hold off on closing or starting that line. One is on the scene.
Chief Deputy 1, you're on the scene.
22 chauffeur. Charge engine 8 line. Deputy 1, second alarm companies report right to the command post. Everybody bring home. 6 3/4 off the back of your rig. 17 in command. That's 17. I'm in the rear. Original fire building. Heavy exterior fire. I got a 2.5. If you want me to hit it, I can hit it from the outside of the rear. That's perfect. Just avoid the window. Alright, receive. Ladder 4 roof. From ladder 4. Stand fast. We're going to move this ladder over. Command from Rescue 1. Dispatch from Deputy 1. From the command, Battalion 2 will be interior.
Received Deputy 1, you're assuming Neptune Avenue. Command Battalion 2 is interior division.
Company with the 2.5 in the back. Command from Rescue 1. 1. Rescue 1. Be advised, we're operating on the first floor with squad force towards the rear. We have heavy fire coming up from down below us. Assuming it's the garage. Receive, we have heavy fire in the basement. First floor companies start backing out. We're going to put lines in the basement. Just back out. Head of the rear. That's perfect. Just avoid the window. Alright, receive. Ladder 4 roof. From ladder 4.
Stand fast, we're going to move the fire over. Command from Rescue 1.
Dispatch from Deputy 1. From the command, Battalion 2 will be interior.
Received Deputy 1, you're assuming Neptune Avenue, Command Battalion 2 is interior division.
Company with the 2.5 in the back.
Command from Rescue 1.
Rescue 1.
Be advised, we're operating on the first floor with squad force towards the rear. We have heavy fire coming up from down below us. Assuming it's the garage.
Receive, we have heavy fire in the basement. First floor companies start backing out. We're going to put lines in the basement. Just command to the 2.5 in the rear. Put that line in the basement. Darken that down so we can answer.
Neptune Avenue, Command, you're 20 minutes into the multiple.
Answer to the multiple. Squad of 9, are you in the basement?
19 Bravo for 19.
That's 9, command, that's affirmative. Squad 4, are you in the basement? Receive. Hold off with putting lines in the exterior of the basement. We got Engine 9 and Squad 4 down there. Making progress.
Okay, multiple.
Okay, car 3 on the scene.
At the dispatch, we had a lot of 4 on the roof. They got the scuttle open. They had to come down. Dispatch from command. Give me a third alarm. We're just going to stage them. Stage them on Kennedy Boulevard.
Received Neptune Avenue, Command, third alarm.
13, drop the pressure on the 2.5 in the rear yard.
From command, what's your conditions in there?
Forward to command, exposure Bravo, primary check negative, has 2 lines operating on the first,
Before they make entry.
Receive.
Fire bed through the roof, 220. We had to evacuate.
Receive.
14 hours, 10:23 alarm, local box, 805, fire reported. This is 2 Neptune Avenue over the boulevard on the response, edge 10, fire roll, time going, edge 8, couple of spotted box, 805, cyber up.
Engine 19, charge that second line to the Bravo exposure, please. I need one of them upstairs.
We need a P, 17, we need a P. Rescue Bravo, from Rescue 1, your location? Rescue 1, you're in the basement. Here comes the water, 19, here comes the water. Rescue, you in the basement of the original fire building?
Company spider box, 0805, cyber up.
Battalion 2 to command, urgent.
Go Battalion 2.
Fire the window frame on the Charlie side.
Fire where?
Window frame on a building on the Charlie side. Get over.
Fast truck back there?
We're trying to hit it from the rear yard. We need a company around the other side.
Battalion 2 from command, you're not coming through. What do you have?
A building on the Charlie side of the fire. The next street over, we have fire in a window frame. Need a company.
Receive.
Engine 18, carry to the multiple. Receive the 18 en route, engine 10, tires 1, are you en route?
Engine 18, engine 10.
Engine 10, go with the message.
Dispatch to Neptune Avenue, Command. You're 30 minutes into the multiple.
Hey, 30 minutes. Engine 10, engine 18, I need you to report to. Report to Winfield. We have a fire, extended slight fire in a window frame from in Winfield in the rear of the building.
118 engine, received, report to Winfield Ave. 18 from Battalion 2. Looks like about 7 buildings and 2.5-story frames, deep through, about 7 buildings for the boulevard. Fire for the second floor of the original fire building. They had 2.5 and hit that what the company's in front.
Company's on the second floor from command. They're going to hit that fire from the outside. From the Bravo exposure, most fire in the Bravo exposure is darkened down. We have 3 lines on the second floor. We're hitting the fire building from the exposure.
Dispatch is Battalion 1, you responding.
Battalion 1 en route.
Okay. Received a call from 213 Winfield, reporting they have fire in their backyard.
Command received, 213, reporting fire. Manifold.
The 213 Winfield on channel 2. Over there.
PC-10.
Shut the exterior lines from the rear for right now.
Rescue Alpha from Rescue 1. What's your location?
Rescue Alpha to Rescue 1, go your message.
Rescue Alpha, what's your location?
Cap, we just exited the building.
15, stand by, water's coming.
After 4, Battalion 4, how are we in the Bravo? We advise all visible fire in the Bravo is knocked down. We have 3 lines on floor 2. We're hitting the exposure in the alley. We advise primary of the attack, Bravo building negative. Primary negative in the Bravo. 17 show for the command, 19 has a feed, able to take over lines off them.
Command from Engine 9. Can we have hooks on the second floor, Charlie side?
Hey, we're going to send your hooks right now.
Command from Battalion 2. We have a company in the rear of the original fire building taken to the basement.
Engine 10.
Bring the engine 3/4 up to the second floor. 213 Winfield. We have fire in the windowsill.
Hey.
I'm also going to need some hooks up here.
Building. We have a line in place, not in operation at this time. We need the ceilings open.
Ladder 11 is coming up with the hooks to the second floor from command.
Received, we're in the Charlie side.
Dispatch from Car 4.
Go car 4.
Car 4 is available in the city, heading to the multiple.
Received.
We have 1 battalion recalled, and I'm going to switch to channel 2.
Received.
12 Alpha, we're going to the back of 215. 215 with Winfield, with engine 18.
We need a line at 213.
Responding with the rehab.
Received. Situated 592.
Car 3.
Go car 3.
If you haven't already, make that Winfield Avenue for the fire in the window frame a separate box.
Received.
0 received.
Ladder 12 to engine 18. Charge that line at 213 Winfield.
Dispatch from Deputy 1 Alpha on 1.
Go Deputy 1.
Advise me on channel 2 when the OEM rehab is on scene, so I can have residents report there.
Received.
To engine 18. Can you charge that line?
18, or engine 10 from engine 18. Water coming.
3. Company is supplying the box 8205, switch to fire ground 3.
14 responding. Responding, switch to 3.
Receive engine 6, engine 14, switch to 3.
Be a little crowded up there.
Dispatch to engine 10, engine 18 and ladder 12, switch to fire ground 3. Engine 10, engine 18, ladder 12, switch to fire ground 3.
Command from engine company 8. On the roof delta, exposure is working. We're ladder 4, we're going to open up this Charlie corner where fire is impinging on the exposure.
You're opening up the roof on the exposure.
Bring in attic.
Let's oversee, run away up.
Ladder 2, you're responding.
Car 26 responding to 71805.
Receive car 26.
Receive.
Ladder 2, are you responding? Ladder 2, are you responding?
2 from dispatch, are you responding to Winfield? That's to ladder 2.
Command to battalion 2.
We're on the scene. A lot of FD present. We're investigating.
Steve, engine 14, you're on the scene at Winfield. Be advised, you have ladder 12, engine 10 and engine 18 should be on the scene also.
Receive. I'm in the original fire building.
Affirmative.
Engine 8 received.
Engine 8, what do you see?
The fire's starting to show out here in the Delta Alpha corner. We were going to lock some water in from the B-side exposure.
See, hold up on that. We're trying to get a line to that area.
Receive, Chief.
Command from ladder 4 roof. We got a little bit of fire in the Bravo, Charlie corner of the 220 building. You got any companies on the top floor opening up?
Go William 3.
Was Red Cross notified?
That's affirmative. ETA within the hour.
I have engine 8 and ladder 4 over there. Affirmative, Chief.
We're up on the roof. We see fire coming from the corner. Do you have companies on the top floor and the inside?
Go William.
Red Cross is on scene.
Receive Red Cross on scene.
Engine 8 from command. Is there a line on that top floor?
Command from engine 8. We have a line on the roof. Exposure protection.
Fire in that roof. We need it on the top floor. And opened up. Command from battalion 2. A live with 13 and a couple company response. Wrong.
Ladder 12, engine 10. We still got fire coming up from that window on the floor below.
Ladder 6, can you come back to the second floor? Ladder 2. To the second floor. 17 in command.
Cross is on scene.
Receive Red Cross on scene.
Engine 8 from command. Is there a line on that top floor?
Command from engine 8. We have a line on the roof. Exposure protection.
Fire in that roof. We need it on the top floor. And opened up. Command from battalion 2. A live with 13 and a couple company response. Wrong.
Ladder 12, engine 10. We still got fire coming up from that window on the floor below.
Ladder 6, can you come back to the second floor? Ladder 2. To the second floor. 17 in command. Chief, is there guys in the original fire building top floor? If we can hit from the outside in the windows, from the rear. Work into the second floor of the original fire building.
We have companies up there. Don't hit it from the exterior. Do not hit it from the exterior. Receive.
Neptune Avenue command from dispatcher 50 minutes, 50 minutes into the multiple.
Repeat. Battalion 2 from command.
Go ahead, Battalion 2. Command to Battalion 2. Go ahead with your message.
Just have all the outside lines. Hey, second floor of the fire building. We have company. Which one?
Unreadable, Battalion 2.
Dispatch to Neptune Avenue command. Battalion 2 is advising he has company to cease all outside lines. The original fire building, floor 2.
Receive. All companies, no exterior lines into the fire building. From command, no exterior lines. We have companies in there.
Dispatch to Neptune Avenue command.
Battalion 2 from command. Did the line stop?
Yes, affirmative.
Dispatch to Neptune Avenue command. Be advised the rehab rig is on the scene.
Command received. What's the location, dispatch?
Stand by.
That's affirmative. Only in 3, what's your location?
Neptune and the Boulevard.
Receive.
Dispatch to Neptune Avenue command.
Command, dispatch.
Command, the rehab rig is at Neptune and Kennedy Boulevard. Neptune and Kennedy Boulevard. Also be advised, car 26 is en route.
Command received, thank you.
17 to 17 Bravo.
Total out of 12.
I'm on the second floor in the rear window. Above that, I got a little heat. Can you check that in the corner of the attic?
Receive, we'll check it out.
From command, have them stop that with the line. It's not doing anything.
Command from engine 9. From the outside.
Readable, engine 9.
Command from engine 9. How does the Hollywood front look from the outside?
Yeah, there's still some fire in that Hollywood front. They got to pull back off that porch.
We're pulling feelers over the porch as we speak. Command from engine 9. Can we have a truck company bring up a small airframe?
Engine 9 from command. You asking for a saw with a wood blade?
We need a truck company to bring up a small A-frame.
Received.
Hoboken Engine 2, repeat your message.
Received, dispatch from Hoboken Engine 2. We're off of Summit Ave, firehouse.
Receive Hoboken Engine 2, you're at Engine 7.
Winfield command, I'm releasing engine 7.
Winfield command from dispatch, that's releasing Engine 7, correct?
That's affirmative.
Receive. Winfield Avenue command from dispatch.
From Deputy 1 Alpha, car 26 is located behind the command post.
Hi, dispatch.
Command, be advised you're 1 hour into the multiple.
Received.
They can go back to their quarters.
Receive. Engine 7 from dispatch, Engine 7.
7 answer.
7, can you actually relocate to the quarters of Engine 19?
7 received, going to 19.
Receive.
Command, the fire at 213 Winfield Avenue is under control. Engine 18, out of 12, and Engine 10 were part of your third alarm. Do you want them to respond back to Neptune Avenue?
That's a negative. That's a negative. They can stop that box until it's finished.
Receive.
Battalion 1 from command. What's the conditions in the front deck?
Quite a bit of smoke. We're trying to vent it hydraulically. We're still trying to determine what's in the false front. We're trying to pull the ceilings at this time. Neptune command from Battalion 1. I'll need a ladder up on the second floor. I think we have somebody coming out. A step ladder.
Battalion 1, Rotary is bringing in an A-frame right now.
Received. Bring that to the front of the building, top floor.
14 to 14, Alpha, starting breakers. 1, good.
Engine 22 to command.
22 go.
Your status, 22. You need relief?
No, we're just hitting hot spots to the exposure. Top floor, into the cock wall. Seems we got most of it.
Receive.
Go ahead, Jeff. Repeat that. Disregard.
You still got a little flyer in the Hollywood front. It's back from that hole that you're standing under. It's further back.
Okay, we got a line in the other room. No access in here. 14 Alpha Bravo, make your way to the front of the building. Receive.
And releasing engine 6 from back to East 05. Engine 6 from dispatch. Engine 6.
Dispatch, Engine 6.
Go ahead, 6.
Engine 6 is ready for Winfield Avenue.
Receive engine 6 back service. Engine 6 from dispatch. Engine 6 is located in the corners of engine 22.
Engine 6 received, 22 engine.
Receive command, engine 14 and ladder 2. Engine 14, you can return to your own quarters. Engine 14, you can return to your own quarters. Receive. Dispatch.
Ladder 2, returning to the quarters of ladder 8.
Ladder 2, that's a negative. Ladder 2, you can return to your own quarters.
Ladder 2, returning to your own quarters. Receive.
Engine 14 and ladder 2 from dispatch. Notify dispatch 1 when you're ready.
Receive. Dispatch from ladder 7. Can you open up the overhead door to ladder 8's quarters, please?
Receive, stand by.
Door's going up. Thank you.
Car 26 to command. I'm sending you people. Open up.
OEM 1 from dispatch.
Go, OEM 1.
OEM 1, right now we have it between 12 and 15 relocations. We're setting them up to the rehab unit, which is located at the boulevard. Eventually I'm going to be moving them over to the phone center. I'll advise you when that's going to take place.
Receive.
Any body of fire still on the Hollywood front? Engine 9 from command. It looks good. No visible.
Receive. Thermal scan is negative from the inside.
Engine 8 from command. What's the status?
Engine 8 answering command. It looks clear.
Received. I just saw somebody re-enter that building.
Yeah, they're working on the interior of the original file from that hot spot. Chauffeur. I'll be on duty right now. Quarters of Battalion 1.
Receive, type 6.
22 to command.
Battalion 1 for command.
22 to command.
Go ahead, 22.
Have you ever line in the first floor of that fire building? Looks hostile starting to get going again.
See it. Battalion 1 for command. Battalion 1. A little fire in the rear on the first floor, squad floor. They're going back there. They're gonna bring a line back there from the interior. If you're clear up on top, just take a walk down.
Receive. Moving to the first floor.
22 to squad 4.
22 from command. Does it look like that's coming from the first floor or the basement? I can see it from the alley.
It could be the steps going down the basement. It's a rear bump out. Could be off that back kitchen. But there's two small bump outs, probably the exit from the first floor of the basement.
I see it. Squad 4, you got that?
Squad 4, receive. 22 to command.
Go ahead, 22.
Have you ever line in the first floor of that fire building? Looks bump out starting to get going again.
See it. Battalion 1 from command. Battalion 1. A little fire in the rear on the first floor. Squad 4 is going back there. They're gonna bring a line back there from the interior. If you're clear up on top, just take a walk down. Receive. Moving to the first floor.
22 to squad 4.
22 from command. Does it look like that's coming from the first floor or the basement? I can see it from the alley.
It could be the steps going down the basement. It's a rear bump out. Could be off that back kitchen. But there's two small bump outs, probably the exit from the first floor of the basement.
I see it. Squad 4, you got that?
Squad 4, receive.
Does have 4 check for an open mic, diagram 2. Does have 4 Charlie open mic, diagram 2.
Dispatch from Deputy 1 Alpha on Channel 1.
Deputy 1 Alpha, go.
Well, a status update for the salt spreader.
Deputy 1 Alpha, dispatch.
Deputy 1 Alpha answering.
Deputy 1, Deputy 2, notify airway staff.
Repeat, thank you.
Neptune command from Battalion 1, fire out in the rear yard.
Dispatch 14 is back ready for duty.
Dispatch 14, back service.
Ladder 9, command. We shut the gas in the fire building. We're looking for the
Dispatch from Neptune command.
Neptune command, go.
We're going to need PS electric to the scene. Cut the power to the building.
People notified.
Waco command, the 18 engine. Stands on operation.
Dispatch Neptune Avenue command, PS electric notified as soon as possible. Command, also be advised you're 1 hour, 30 minutes into the multiple.
He's 1 hour, 30 minutes into the multiple.
For 13, how's it looking now?
It's about the same, 13.
13 received.
Team from command, is all the ceilings pulled right in that corner?
License.
Alpha from Battalion 1. Company's working on the second floor. Engine 15, ladder 9. That's engine 13, ladder 9? That's correct. Engine 13, engine 15, ladder 9, Battalion 1 and 2.
1 Alpha received.
Dispatch from Battalion 6.
Okay, Dick.
You can switch my location to quarters of Battalion 4.
Received.
The ladder 8 is on the way up with the ladder. Battalion 2 from command. Can we go under control? See, dispatch, you can put this flyer under control.
Chief Neptune Avenue command, fire under control at 0632 hours.
Engine 15 from engine 9.
Res
residents from the multiple. We're staging Neptune at the Boulevard right now. We're going to do the interviews here, so we are not going to move them. We'll be staging the Red Cross Neptune at the Boulevard.
Keep staging Neptune at the Boulevard.
Stick your head out from the second floor in the rear. There's a little bit of pocket of fire on the first floor down here if you can hit it from the outside.
Battalion from dispatch. That's affirmative. Call 5819 at Charlie.
Florida Command, be advised, we just have a little fire and some debris in the rear yard of Reese. There you go.
Battalion 3, are you still on the scene with engine 10, motor 12, and engine 18 on Winfield?
That's affirmative.
Receive.
In the rear yard of Reese. There you go.
Battalion 3, are you still on the scene with engine 10, motor 12, and engine 18 on Winfield?
That's affirmative.
Receive.
Dispatch from Battalion 4. Can you open? Battalion 4 is overhead.
Thank you.
Thank you.
From command. Chief, that hole will give you a perfect shot. It looks like an old wood gutter burning. Battalion 2 from command. With that other company up there, can they give me a secondary on the second floor?
Shut it down.
That's why I told you. 13 Bravo, open mic, engine 13 Bravo, open mic, channel 2. Engine 13 Bravo, open mic, channel 2.
Command from ladder 4. Secondary search, first floor, fire building, negative. Command received. Dispatch from Deputy 1 Alpha, PS Electric on scene.
Receive, PS Electric on scene. Engine 9 to Engine 9 Alpha.
19 and 19 chauffeur.
Got it.
You can shut that line down going into the explosion building.
Copy.
Back from Winfield Command.
Go ahead, Winfield Command.
Building's been turned over. It's back to the owner. Determining command. All units ready.
Receive command, terminating box 805. Engine 10, motor 12, battalion 3, engine 18, you're back in service.
Engine 10 dispatch.
Call engine 10.
Are we still relocated or are we returning to our own quarters?
That's affirmative. Still relocated.
Engine 10 received. Returning to engine 17's quarters.
Receive engine 10. Engine 18 from dispatch.
Engine 18 from dispatch.
18 engine.
18, relocate to the quarters of engine 15.
18 engine received, relocated to the quarters of 15 engine.
Receive 18, when you get to 15 engine, notify North Hudson that you can return.
dispatch. City dispatch from North Hudson, Battalion 1. Were you trying to reach North Hudson?
At the affirmative, North Hudson. Engine 18 is going to relocate to quarters of engine 15. North Hudson, you can return. Thank you.
Okay, received. Thank you. Battalion 4 to the engine 22 Sulphur. Can you shut the engine recorder line to the Bravo exposure? 22 Charlie received. Shut that. Dispatch from Deputy 1 Alpha. Deputy 1 Alpha, go. DPW is on scene with the assault truck. Received. DPW on scene with the assault truck.
0705 hours. Ladder 2, reported lockout 3506 Street, Monmouth, Brunswick. Ladder 2, reported lockout 3506 Street, Monmouth, Brunswick. On the first floor, apartment 1 Foxtrot, box 226, remain on dispatch 1.
Call 4 is ready for multiple. Received. Call 4, you're ready.
0706 hours. Ladder 2, reported lockout 3506 Street, Monmouth, Brunswick. Ladder 2, reported lockout 3506 Street, Monmouth, Brunswick. Elderly female, first floor, apartment 1 Foxtrot, box 226, remain on dispatch 1. Ladder 2 from dispatch, are you responding? Ladder 2 from dispatch, are you responding?
Ladder 2, responding.
Receive ladder 2. 0706 hours. Ladder 2 reported lockout 3506 Street, Monmouth, Brunswick. Ladder 2 reported lockout 3506 Street, Monmouth, Brunswick. Elderly female, first floor, apartment 1 Foxtrot, box 226, remain on dispatch 1. Ladder 2 from dispatch, are you responding? Ladder 2 from dispatch, are you responding?
Ladder 2, responding.
Receive ladder 2.
Ladder 2 on the scene, investigating.
Receive ladder 2 on the scene.
Ladder 2 to dispatch. How'd you receive this call?
Ladder 2, call came in from an elderly female on the first floor, apartment 1 Foxtrot.
Receive. I see the person in the hallway. They're unable to answer the door. Can you call back and see what the situation is? Ladder 2 dispatch. I see the woman answering the phone. I think that it's 22 to open the front door.
Receive, standby.
You can shut down our line. And the Delta closing.
Ladder 2 dispatch. We've made entry into the lobby. We're going to investigate further.
Receive ladder 2.
Ladder 2 dispatch. Super's on the scene. We're going to make entry with a T at this time.
Receive ladder 2.
Ladder 2 to dispatch. We've gained entry into the apartment. It appears that an elderly person was accidentally locked out. We're going to check out the apartment.
Receive ladder 2. Receive ladder 2. You're back to service.
Car 3 is ready from the vault. Receive car 3, you're ready. Squad 4 from command. Squad 4 answer. Squad 4, when you can, make your way to the command post. Squad 4 received.
Dispatch from engine 18. We're at 15's quarters.
Receive 18.
Engine 9 to car 14. Are you still on the scene? Engine 9 to car 14. Engine 9 to command. Engine 9. Car 14 still on the scene?
Car 14 from Deputy 1 Alpha.
Have him report to the first floor of the Delta exposure in the rear. Rear of the building?
Yes, on the first floor.
Receive.
And post, please.
Receive, call 14 from dispatch.
Receive.
Both having 34 hours. Dispatch Navy Block 272 at 35 alarms. 1 Shore Lane, River Drive to North Boulevard. On the response is in 2, inch 5, ladder tower 6, Tang 3. Back 35 alarms, 1 Shore Lane, River Drive to North Boulevard. On the response is in 2, inch 5, ladder tower 6, Tang 3. Company is over 5, round 3.